Hey, you cannot park this close to a fire hydrant. That is illegal.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Well, this morning we're doing what I didn't want to do, but we're doing it anyways. And we're putting our Flex-A-Finger lifters on because a lot of the outside rounds of these fields are really bad. So I'll go cut the nasty stuff, I guess, with this header and try and pick up what's downed. And the other machines can cut in the middle of the field where it's not as bad, hopefully. Kind of how this field that we just finished up last night went. We'll see how the rest of them go. And Tim's fixing broken fingers because rocks are hard on. What do they call those things? RDI?
Plastic thing.
No, that drum.
Oh, I don't know. It's a drum. Auger.
The auger drum.
Center auger. Thingy.
Hey, case guys, what do they call the center auger?
What's that?
RDI drum?
They're not MacDon guys.
Yeah. What's a technical name for that center auger? Like the center auger in the header. Oh, the auger.
Auger.
It's like a RID drum. I don't know what it is.
The rotating thingy.
That has fingers, a retractable finger drum.
There you go. RFD. What?
It ain't even that, but we'll go with that. Anyways, we're replacing the ones that are broken, so I can break the rest of them.
Well, we're getting the creek crossing filled up with rocks anyway.
Alright.
It's really hard to do one-handed holding the camera. It's easy to do it too, though.
Want to do the James Bond video?
Well, these fingers are sure doing a good job of picking that crop up. There's not many heads left down there, but it's also picking rocks pretty good. Just gotta stop a little more often, but at least we're getting that all picked up. Crop lifter goes underneath, the stems are leaning, and then the reel pushes it into the header. Works pretty good. Basically the same thing as a corn reel in down corn. The snouts go down between the rows, and the reel pushes it in. Dad's not the winner tonight. Yeah, it's probably about time. Oh, that's way better. Got my combine parked. Their combine's in the cart I parked over there, but that's professional. This is common sense, we decided. We're gonna have the wind blowing the right direction so I don't have dust in my cab. See you in the morning.
I always have that one that marches to the beat of his own drum. That's Tony. Good morning. Well, I'm here by myself currently. They'll be along shortly, and we'll start getting combines ready. See if we can't go knock out a few more acres today. Combing through here because right here behind the sickle bar is a nice drop off. It's a great place for rocks. Even the little ones. That's a pretty good stash of rocks. Plus the ones that I've already thrown out. Farming in Montana has its challenges. Next step is broken guards and sickle sections across 45 feet. So there's another guard, another guard. So broken sickle, another guard. Got plenty to do.
Nacho, you're a good man, and I saved you something. More rocks. Take back to Argentina.
No, thanks. I think my baggage is heavy enough.
You got enough already?
Yeah, I got like one is enough.
Well, all of those are the ones Nacho's taking back to Argentina, and all of those came out of my rock trap. Thank goodness for a rock trap. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Nice thing about a bagger with the truck unloader on it, we got a little cushion when we put the rest of the grain cart in the truck. We get the next bag on and then keep cutting. We are done here at this farm. Pulling headers off. I'm going to go check the fields of canola over east and see if that's where we're headed next, or if it's still too green there, we'll go finish cutting wheat up north and then on to the canola. So get this header set off here and go hit the road. I just went over, looked at the canola fields, and they're a touch green in some spots yet, but for the most part it looks ripe. We might be able to blend some of that green off and get it to dry in the bin. We'll be running air through them anyways, but we're gonna cut some canola today. It looks pretty good. We'll see how it goes. Could be deceiving, could be a bunch of grasshopper damage I didn't notice, but there is some, and it was hot when it was filling, but I don't know. We'll see here soon. We're gonna go get combines moved. If it fits, it chips. Well, I am just getting over here. Another combine's jumped ahead of me because I'm pulling my header and there's lots of hills between here and there. So they're already putting heads on. Get mine put on here and we'll go start cutting some canola, some weedy canola. A little issue with some chemical not working, and by the time we found out about it, it was too late.
There are different varieties here, Tony, or is it all the same?
We planted at least 2 different varieties, I think, on our own, plus that test plot had 7 or whatever. Well, we were starting to get into some more green patches. We left some that were obvious, but now we're getting into spots where the moisture's just coming up and we can't really tell if they're green until we're already in them. So I think we're gonna shut her down for the weekend. It's Saturday night. We'll come back on Monday. We'll spend the day with the family tomorrow for the church and hopefully go to the lake. Fill the grain cart with hopefully some little bit drier stuff to mix off what's already wet in the cart. Be done for the day. Well, good morning. We are back at the combines here. Looks like the grasshoppers watched them closely for us while we were gone. They'll have this kosher all cleaned up here before too long. So check fluids. Got a few leaks to fix from things wearing out because the combines have 1,000 hours on them now, and then we'll get going cutting. Well, under the feeder house here, pan got a little thin on us, so we're losing some canola out of there, I'm sure. So now she'll cut some plates, bent them in the shop and drill some holes. We're gonna just put a plate on there, silicone it, screw it down, get us by till we're over with harvest, and we'll take these off this winter and rebuild them right, weld something in there. And then had a rock take out a vein the other day, and we got holes that are leaking canola out the top of the transition cone, so we gotta seal those up too. Your turn. Well, it is test plot day for this canola variety test we're doing with Vigor. The other machines are cranked up going here on the rest of it, and I gotta do the cut down the center of our pass we made with the air drill, plant the different varieties, get to the center, unload. Got 2 different strips, 500-foot long strips roughly, that we're gonna be testing on, and record that in a weigh wagon every little bit. So lots of stop and go unload, get the data for them, and then we'll probably make our pick on canola varieties next year off of what we find out on this test plot. So helps them and us out. This is our second variety. That cut over there was 345, this is 344. So every dump we put in there, he takes a sample of it, they'll get the oil content figured out of it, the moisture test, and then they write the weight for that cut on their bag. Second plot done, we'll come line up on the third one, center up, remark my GPS line. So we got 2 different colors there, 2 different varieties. We are coming up on, I think this is 343, so we went 345, 344, 343 on this test. Last plot. get this one dumped, and then we'll go ask them what they think unofficial numbers are. 18 acres of test plots, Shane.
It's great. Much better than last year. It's what we wanted.
Yeah, we actually got a combine it this year.
Mm-hmm. Grasshoppers took their fair share.
So on our test plot, it seems like the 345 unofficially looked the best.
Yeah, before we put it in the computer and stuff, absolutely.
So that's what we planted around here, so I guess that was a good move this year.
It was.
So,
Yep, good variety for you.
The grasshoppers are, they're getting so hungry they're starting to bite us now. So we'll go make the rest of this disappear. We'll cut the rest of it off and you'll do all your count.
I'll send you an Excel spreadsheet with the numbers of your, your header width and stuff on it, so it's all right down to the square foot that way.
Cool. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go finish cutting.
Yeah, do that, absolutely.
So this funnel here is my grain loss off the back of the sieve. Well, it has not been working, so I got Tim over here at the service truck. We're gonna go blow that off and see it's not vibrating like it's supposed to. I'm guessing it's just packed full of chaff, and go see if that fixes it. Well, still no loss sensor. So we did the diagnostics through here. The voltage is different than Dad's. I'm at 5.5. His was reading like 9, 8 something. 8, I think he said, when he's cutting. So see if we got a sensor in town, and we'll replace that tomorrow if we got it. And kind of need that because I need to know how fast I can push my combine.
So I'm out cutting canola with everybody else. Tim's been a little bored. Canola hasn't been running the greatest in spots, so I think maybe he could get that running. Needs some real boards the way it looks. It's got a steering wheel. Might need a sickle or a few plug wires, but it looks good.
Hi everyone, long time no camera. Haven't been recording much lately. My job's been a little boring. It's hard to harvest. It has to be done by somebody. I don't mind doing it, but currently we are harvesting canola, which is kind of slow. We do still have 3 combines running, and we're using the semi as a funnel, essentially. So Nacho's bringing the canola in, dumping it right in the truck that's just sitting over top of the auger swing away, and the truck literally never moves unless I move bins. So here I sit, funneling from the cart on up into the bin. Some of it has been because the first 2 bins that we filled, the fans are running, and they're pretty loud, and they're really annoying, and it just doesn't put you in the mood to talk to people because they're loud and annoying. But we do also have this auger setup, because not only were we hauling canola into this bin directly out of the field, fans running to cool it down a little bit because canola is a high oil product. We want it cooled down as quick as possible. So these 2 have fans running on them. I just switched to another bin. We've put 40,000 pounds of canola in it, maybe, and I'm already out of extension cords, so I need to get another extension cord tomorrow and get air moving on that. But just to give you an idea, do you understand why I said the fans are loud and annoying? That's just part of it, though. So, it is a beautiful evening. It's actually supposed to cool off tomorrow, the next day. It's been in the 90s, which is not that great. But we have not had a high wind. It's been pretty calm wind, pretty decent days, just hot. But we're cooling down now. Sitting in the shade hasn't been too bad, which is where I can spend most of my day hiding under a bin, waiting for Nacho to come in and unload while I take it directly through the trailer and up into the bin. Kind of boring, huh? Not every farm job is glorious, but like I said, it's got to be done, so we're doing it.
That's it for today. It works. I think that's grasshopper same thing when it turns red. Found a broken wire and hot wired it. Well, rerouted a wire and got it working. So bypassed a bad spot, so it's fixed. It's kind of nice. Cruising right along. Well, I am gonna go hop in that 9250 and go see what that FD2 45 new MacDon header's all about. I'll give that a whirl and just go see what I think of the 9250. We'll see if they let me take you guys with me. I'll show you the header, but I probably can't show you anything else about the combine. Here's the FD2 header, 45 foot. They do make it in a 50 foot as well. One nice thing about it is there's no center divider on a 40 or 45 or 50 foot, I believe. So then we don't have to worry about stuff hanging up in the center there like we do on our heads. So pretty slick improvement. It's also running, you can't really see them from the cab, but if you look down there, there's a small gauge wheel that's running on the ground, and the header's always in flex. So that'll keep everything moving up and down, follow the contour in the ground. I'll find a good washout and show you how that's all working. And the big thing they're testing this is how strong a 6mm bolt is with 3 two-way radios up there. That's a true test that the guys are out here doing. So here's a good spot to show how this header contours with those wheels running down there. And the indicators there show that we're smiling with the header a little bit. And in the center, we're still cutting really close to the ground like we want to be. Or equal to the ground all the way across the header. Doesn't help with the green weeds though. Now you can really see how much that header flex is going down here. Well, it did before I got the camera out. Then it'll start coming up. We should go put the camera out on the wing for a pass. Now this farm was really, well, it still is really ridged up. Like there's sand ridges everywhere for the way this used to be farmed. It was farmed in strips and tilled every other strip in 80s when it was really dry, and before that when the Dust Bowl days. So this header works really good. Like that wheel in the center there's running on the ridge, that wings drop down, goes down, and then as it gets leveled off, that side levels on over there, and it works really good to contour the ground. Even better than our FD1s, which actually takes pressure up in the center to make them frown, where this FD2 header really fits our ground well. So we'll have to maybe look into a couple of these for next year. Well, we're on the last field of canola here at this main yard. We got some fields that are separated from here on this farm. You have to go cut, but we always save this one for last because it's the best field over here. So it always feels good to end on a high yield field. But there's still some big green patches in it. We're gonna leave that, come back when we're done cutting wheat and catch those. And then we'll be wrapped up with harvest when we finish these green patches here, ready for seed some winter wheat. Well, we're down in the valley here now, and this did not catch the rains that the farm that we just came from got. So this farm is a little heavier soil, and starting out in the drought, it just did not have the subsoil moisture to carry it. It takes a lot more moisture to get heavy ground, gumbo, sticky ground to soak up and be available for the crop to use it, compared to sandy ground where we just came from with a little lighter soil. Every little rain shower and sand works. It always gives us a little bit of a boost. So light rain years, the sand will out yield the heavy crop. A wet year though, heavy ground always is a little better. So we're down to less than 500 acres of canola now. Johnsons are on to another job with that 9250, so we are done with the custom cutting. We'll knock out the rest of these acres. It must be about 400 acres of canola left and about 1,500 acres of wheat and durum. So their combine ended up cutting about 2,100 acres for us, so I'm glad we did that. It's a pretty good sized bill at the end of the harvest to pay that, but to think that we would have another almost a week worth of cutting with our two combines to get where we're at would put us out there quite a while yet. So I really want that FD2 header with the 3-piece reel because it's so annoying.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, farm hard, pray harder.
See you next video.